is what we should be thinking of is instead of a hot war with China, let's fight the war that China wants, which is by projecting economic power. But China, during the last 20 years that we've spent bombing bridges, ports, schools, churches, universities, mosques, etc., $8 trillion we've spent on that enterprise. The Chinese spent $8 trillion building ports, building roads, building schools, universities. With their Belt and Road program, 15 years ago, we were the largest creditor in every country in Latin America. Today, China is on virtually all of them. The same is true in China. I mean, in Africa. Africa is now throwing out the U.S. military. And we've left behind all these kind of resentments, and they're embracing the Chinese. My uncle, President Kennedy, never sent a combat troop abroad to die, and he was begged to in Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, the Checkpoint Charlie in Berlin, Checkpoint Charlie twice in Cuba. Called a traitor in the State Department for not sending 250,000 troops to Vietnam they wanted, and he refused to do it. He said, no, we need to be projecting economic power abroad. I don't want African children, when they hear of the United States of America, to think of a man in a military uniform with a gun. I want them to think of a Peace Corps volunteer. I want them to think of the Alliance for Progress. I want them to think of USAID, where we were end running the oligarchs in these countries and the military juntas, and bringing economic development directly to the poor to try to build a middle class, which is the foundation stone for stable democracies in those countries, as a counter to the promise of communism.